Hey everybody, welcome in. Welcome to the Spiritual View. I am Wendy, and this is your daily divine forecast for 7/17. I love the sound of that. It sounds like a lucky number. So I hope you all are doing really well. I know it's been kind of a bumpy kind of roller coaster for me the last couple of weeks. But hopefully things are going to start smoothing out a little bit. So if you are new to the channel, welcome, and please check out our other videos. We do have daily videos. We also have our Wildcard Wednesdays, where we have readers outside of the channel have an opportunity to come on and do a reading. And then they usually join us for our Thursday Night Live, which is tonight, which I hope that you will too. Join us for the Thursday Night Live starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. We do one card readings in the second half of our lives. So if you'd like us to do a reading for you, just put a heart in the comment and we will try and get a reading for you. Let's see what else is going on. Well, I guess let's just go ahead and dive into today's reading. Oh, and all of you who are returning, thank you for supporting our channel. And we're so happy to see you guys. All right. I used the Cosmic Journey Oracle for today's reading, and I also used the Light Seers Tarot for today's reading. And for those of you who watch my videos, you'll know too, the background's a bit different today, right? So this is just another room so that I live, at my house. So these are actually my daughter's plants in the background, and she's halfway across the world studying abroad, and I'm just trying to keep them alive for her. So see, honey, they're still here. They're alive. Okay. So today I just asked for advice from Spirit, just whatever message you need to come through today for the collective. Okay. And the first card I got, let's see. So bear with me. It's been kind of crazy. Let's see if I can do this right. Okay. So the first card is cut away what is no longer needed for you. And that's a 9 card. So we're kind of coming up at the end of a cycle, right? And we're going to be stepping into some new energy for each of us individually and as a collective. But what's really important here is the individual piece, because all of us on our journeys are kind of getting ready to kind of level up, right? We're moving into something new. And so you need to really kind of take stock of where you're at and get rid of anything that doesn't serve you anymore, right? So let me see. Sorry, my mouse went just a little haywire on me. All right. So let me read from the excerpt here. So cut away what is no longer needed for you. You no longer need validation. Can you imagine? You are sovereign. What would your life look like if you really lived by this principle? What would change and what would stay the same? What would you do different in the situation that you are faced with right now? Why hold on to what's accumulated by default around you? Intentionally decide what stays and what goes. Consider the stories, beliefs, relationships, and even physical reminders that are not congruent with who you are now. Okay, so I think that's a really important step. I mean, not only breaking cycles, right? The stories that we've been told since childhood that just no longer are even really relevant, right? Being able to break those cycles and not be following that anymore, and not telling yourself that that's how you have to live anymore, right? And creating new rules for yourself, right? New ways of living, new ways of being, and accepting, right? relationships that aren't conducive to letting you be who you are. The people that are holding you back, relationships that are holding you back, or that are actually hindering you or hurting you, you need to release and let go of, right? And I'm sure these are things that we've probably been doing for the last 6, 7, 8, 9 months, even, right? Just kind of slowly cleaning house, right? Decluttering, even just in your own living space, anything that just you don't have a use for, or you don't have any sentimental value to, or, that it's just followed you through your life. Don't you all have those things where it's like you've had, I don't know, the same dresser since you moved out of your parents' home when you went off on your own, and maybe you still have that somewhere in your house, but it's not really being used, or it's not really, it doesn't hold the same value for you anymore or something. I mean, just something, anything like that, where you can think of something that it's just kind of, you've carried it with you, but it doesn't really represent who you are anymore. So why are you holding on to it? So you might want to think about getting rid of those kinds of things, right? I love that. Okay, so we want to look at why is this happening, right? So why it's happening. 6 of Cups. Now you see there's this little boy with a puppy, and then you have the grown man with the adult dog, and even the cups vary in size and they get larger as they go, right? So growing, learning, changing your experiences, right? Leveling up. You are evolving, right? You are growing. You have learned. You are not the same person now that you were, 10, 20 years ago. So as you are moving forward, you have to shed some of these things, right? Because it doesn't serve to hold on to them. It's not who you are anymore, right? Every time that you kind of, you have experiences and you learn and you grow and you gain wisdom and experience, right? It changes you. And it's not to say that you don't appreciate everything that you've been through and everything that you've experienced, because it has made you who you are now. But you don't have to hold on to things that no longer serve you or represent this other version of you that you were before, that you no longer are now, right? And think about how you are, how you've changed in how you are in relationship with someone, right? How you have changed, just in your, physically, how you look different, you might walk different, I mean, your likes and dislikes have changed over the years. How you fill your cup has changed, right? What are the things that are important to you? I mean, when you're a little kid, maybe, I know for me, one of my highlights when I was a little kid was spending my allowance at the convenience store. I'd save my money till the end of the month, and I'd go to the store and I'd get candy with it. I think I got like $2 a month. I got like 50 cents a week. I would save it. And I'd ride my bike down to the convenience store and I'd get as much candy as I could with $2, but now it fills my cup, well, it's not $2 worth of candy, right? So these things evolve, they change, right? So that's why it's necessary for you to cut away things and be able to let go of things that are no longer serving or representing you now in this moment. Okay. So your best move forward is the Knight of Wands. And I love this because, look at her face. Look at how happy she is. That's what you want to be doing. You want to move towards things that make you that happy, that you are passionate about, that make you want to, beat your own drum and move and just feel alive and feel good and want to run with wild horses. You see the wild horse in the background? Just it's that feeling of, yes, this is what I want. Yes, this is what, is making life worth living. And it's going to be different for everybody. And so you need to think about what it is that really, sparks that for you and makes you feel just super good inside. And like you can just kind of let go and let the wind go through your hair. And, you're not worried about anything else in that moment. You're just focused on that feeling of feeling so good and having, that desire, that passion, that burning. I mean, look, even the drum is on fire and she's got the torches behind her on fire because it's just this kind of explosive, beautiful feeling, right? So think about that face. Think about how happy she looks right there. And that's how you want to feel. That's how you want to look. That's what you want to be moving towards. Okay. All right. So what you don't see coming, 6 of Wands. So what you don't see coming is how other people are going to see you. Okay. By doing this, by clearing away the clutter, by going after what it is that makes you happy, makes you feel good, other people are going to be looking at you and they are going to want what you want, right? Or they're going to want what you have, what they see in you. Like they're going to see like, oh, wow, like they seem like they're doing really good and they're really happy. And I want that, Okay. Remember the scene in When Harry Met Sally and Meg Ryan is at the table and she's, doing the fake orgasm thing. And the director's mom points to her and is like, I'll have what she's having, right? That's what you don't expect, is that other people are going to want what you're having, what you're doing, right? It's like you're inspiring others, right? And maybe even leading others or influencing others, right? It's putting you in the spotlight. You see all the spotlights. So it's highlighting you. And I think, for many of you who are on this, on this part of your path, and you're just saying, well, I'm just thinking about what makes me happy. And, so it might surprise you that it really does inspire others to kind of want to follow in your footsteps. And you might be approached and you might be asked like, hey, you look great. Like, what are you doing? Like, what's your secret? Right? So look for that. Okay, so our final advice from Spirit is Starseed. Now, this is an 8 card, and 8s are definitely usually about doing the work. But what I feel, the message I get from this card in particular is that the universe is doing the work, and you also need to do the work. So it's not just you doing the work by yourself, but both components. So you've got the universe is doing the work in the background, and you've got to do your part, so that it can all kind of come together and align. And this is kind of like the timelines thing that we were talking about. It's like things are starting to line up, right? Things are coming together. And it's something where you just see maybe kind of a trail of breadcrumbs, small little signs of it, right? Where things just start to fall into place. And it takes time and it happens over time, right? But you're going to start seeing things just starting to fall into place, right? So let me read from the book for this one. And let's see. So it says attributes and Entelechy, soul, blueprint, seed, expansion, gifts. The right seeds always bloom. Just as an acorn is blueprinted to grow into a mighty oak tree, you too carry the seed of the universe within you, ready to spring forth. The word that I have a really hard time pronouncing, Ente, Entelechy. Entelechy. This is the first time I've come across that word. Entelechy. Okay. The word entelechy means the fullest realization of a thing. Okay. This might have to become one of my new favorite words. Entelechy. I better learn how to say it. So I'm going to say that again. The word entelechy means the fullest realization of a thing. And that's what you have within you. It's like your highest self guiding you to thrive in the greater mythic story unfolding. Your starseed has been planted, or more accurately, planeted here on Earth for a reason. Invoke your entelechy to hear more. So it's really saying, like, pay attention, right? Pay attention to those moments where things are starting to fall into place, because you are here for a reason. And as more of those things are falling into place, it will help guide you. If you feel like you don't really know exactly what that is, pay attention, because those synchronicities are going to be lining up more and more and more. And that's going to let you know. It's going to lead you down, the path that you want to be going. And then it's kind of like a, it's just letting you know, like, yeah, this is the right way. I have something that I use is whenever I have deja vu, which happens a lot, because I have, premonition dreams and things like that quite often. And so I'll often dream about things before they happen, and then I live it, and then it feels very, very much like deja vu. So when that happens, the feeling that I've always had, that I always get with that is, yes, like you made it here, you're on the right path. So this is good. So then it never felt really like scary so much as it was just kind of the universe's way of letting me know, yeah, this is the right path. This is where you're supposed to be right now. Okay, because it's lined up. Now you have this synchronicity, right? Because oftentimes in those dreams, it's like there would be some elements that were kind of missing or just really fuzzy or blurry. And then, of course, when I'm living it, it's like then those missing pieces just fell into place, right? So again, things just kind of falling into place, having the synchronicities. That's kind of your clue, okay? Your signs that yeah, you're going in the right direction. So I hope that this message resonates. And please join us for our Thursday Night Live tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. And take care. Hope to see you tonight. Thanks.